All right, how's everybody doing this evening? I am here with Ematifications, doing a live stream giveaway with you guys, and we are really excited to be able to give away the EV charging adapter, the EV charger, and the mud flaps for the EV6. Make sure you guys say hey in the chat, and we're actually both live streaming on our own channels, so he's got a live stream on his channel too. Be sure to check him out if you haven't already. And let me pull up a few things here, but first, before we get to the giveaway, we are going to just do a Q&A with you guys. So ask us anything you want to know, EV6 related, anything. Hey, Matthew. That is the first time I think I've seen Matthew spelled that way, by the way. Hey, guys, how's it going? Hey, Matt, say hey.
Hey, can you hear me?
I can hear you now. There we go.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, I think I said something, but yeah, I forgot to unmute it. So Jeff's been walking me through this. Like I feel like a complete noob when it comes to streaming. So it's been really interesting learning all this. And my video quality looks like it's from 1998, so that's nice. So,
Yeah, so those of you guys who are watching, we're the way that we're getting both of us on the same thing here is we are actually in a Zoom meeting, and then we're capturing that window and bringing it into a streaming software. And the Zoom meeting quality for the free plan isn't exactly the best, but it doesn't look bad. I think we look okay. Ah, John saying we're both low resolution. Ah.
that's there's so many factors on that. But like I wish there was more control that we had on what's going on with the bit rate and all that, but
Yeah.
going through three different softwares through the internet, and I'm using a webcam that, yeah, probably should, whatever. Anyway,
I'm
hopefully
actually
you can
using,
hear us.
yeah, hopefully you guys can hear us good. I got a new laptop a couple months ago, and this thing has a 1440p webcam built in, which is pretty solid for a built-in webcam. So hopefully I'll be able to
Yeah,
do more.
I don't have pretty skin like you though, so I'm gonna keep it 720p on my side.
Oh man. All right. Well, what do you guys want to talk about? See a lot of people saying hey in my chat here. Back again, yes. We're really excited to be able to do this giveaway for you guys, by the way. Giving away items is one of the reasons I do what I do, and I like to be able to give back to you guys, especially when it comes to EV chargers. Just so you guys are aware, I'm probably going to be giving away a ton because I keep getting so many to review, and I have no need for having 15 EV chargers at my house. So yeah,
Pretty relentless. That and the dash cam industry coming out of there, they're pretty relentless.
they are. Yeah, yeah. I get a lot of messages about reviewing dash cams. I actually still have a couple I need to review that I've been sitting on for a couple months.
They're all kind of the same. Like I've been waiting for one to kind of really blow me away.
Yeah,
Um, and I like the FitCam. I wish they would add the GPS. And we've talked about this in our reviews individually. Is they need some level of offline video and GPS and things like that. But
yeah.
uh, whenever they release version 2, I think it'll be really good for a lot of people. So
Yeah. I do like the FitCAMX a lot. It works, I mean, it works good for me personally. I don't really care too much about the GPS. I actually, with other dash cams that I've used, I turn off the GPS functionality because I don't want like my speed, because I tend to tend to speed a little bit, and I don't want that to be like you were in an accident. Well, you were going 10 over, or you were going 20
yeah,
over, and have that be kind of like negative for it. So
actually, that's a good PSA. I know that we're kind of tech geeks, but every time I call my car insurance, of course, the first thing they want to do is like, "Hey, do you want the DriveWise? Do you want this plugin that we plug
oh
into your
yeah,
car?" And it's like you'll get all these savings. I was like, "Hell no!"
yep,
Exact reason. And it's not that I'm constantly breaking the law or anything like that. That's the level of information they're getting that I just don't really care to share to my insurance company. So
yeah.
yeah.
I'm right there with you. I don't want to give that information away.
Yeah. So if you want to
Uh,
save 10, $20, find other ways to do it. Don't give up your driving information. So
yeah. let's see, what do people want to talk about here? EV9 chatter and thoughts. So personally, I have to say I really like the EV9 a lot, but just the price for me, um, it's hard to overcome. What I would want is $75,000, and I can't justify spending $75,000 on it.
Yeah, same camp exactly. And I think I've talked to Jeff about this. I mean, I think it's one of the best looking vehicles out there. It's very unique. It's cool. It looks futuristic. Very similar to how I felt about the EV6, but I'm not going to take a power hit. And to get the same level of power, maybe a little bit more, but you're spending, 70, 75K. And I know comparatively that might not be that bad, compared to some of the cars that are at that level. And it's the only third row option really out in the market. That's still a tough pill to swallow. My wife was like, "Nah, we're good. We'll be
Yeah.
fine with the EV6."
Well, and it's hard to like so from our perspective, we have the EV6, but we also have a Chrysler Pacifica, which is a plug-in hybrid, and that holds 7 people, and 98% of the time we're running on electric, and it's good for road trips because we can use gas if we need it. So going from that to an EV9, it's kind of hard to
Yeah.
kind of hard to justify.
So we are, and I think if you don't know my history, like originally we were actually going to buy the Sorento SX Prestige, because it has that third small row, and that's all we needed. Occasional third row use for my niece and my daughter, and but we ended up with the EV6, so we are the ideal candidates for the EV9.
Yeah,
But I got priced out of it, honestly. Like
yeah.
60, 65, I could maybe figure out how to work out, but getting into the 70s, it just opens up like X5M, a used X5M or something like
Yeah,
that. So, yeah.
yeah, yeah. I don't know. I mean, we'll see how sales go. I'm sure it'll sell well probably at the start, but I have a feeling that after a couple months they're going to be sitting on lots unless they do some significant incentives. I have seen people post that dealerships are saying that they will get a $7,500 credit for leases, like it is with the EV6. So that might incentivize some people
Um,
to go the leasing route.
I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they start getting delivered when? In the end of
It's
this
supposed
month?
yeah, it's supposed to be this month or next month is when the first ones are supposed to be. I know I've seen dealerships say that they have some like scheduled to be coming in before the end of the year, so it should be any time. I see Wesley said, "Would I pick the EV9 or the R1S?" Depends on which R1S we're talking about. The top of the line R1S with the max pack, like that thing can go 0 to 60 in 3 seconds, has over 350 miles of range, lots of tech, like it's great off road. It's not an inefficient EV when it comes to like SUVs. So I feel like I'd probably choose that over the EV9, but like a base R1S versus the EV9 GT line, I don't know. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I don't know. I honestly like I love the Rivians, but I can't even act like I know that much about them. All I ever hear is, like the whole repair nightmare issues that you keep on hearing about. It's like, oh, it costs this much to fix the
Yeah,
corner tail light. And some of that stuff is dramatized, so I don't know how much of that's true.
you're right.
But just something to keep in mind. But I can't say anything because remember when the EV6 first came out and people were trying to get repairs done?
Yeah,
It was a nightmare.
I mean, it still
So
kind of is, depending on what the issue is. People are still waiting a long time for various parts, and a lot of people may not know. When I got my EV6, I had the very first day I got it, I had it's not a check engine light, but the check EV system light thing came on, and I didn't have my EV6 for the first month that I had it because it was at the shop and they had to replace a coolant thing that connects to the battery, and they had to diagnose it, then they had to get the part in, and then they had to do that. So the first month that I had the car, I couldn't do videos and stuff with it because I it was out of commission. So I don't know if I've shared that with many people very often. I know
I
I've
don't
talked
think
to
I
some people
even knew
about it,
that.
but yeah, I've talked to some people about it, but I haven't like gone into a lot of detail with it. But yeah, luckily that's the only like major thing that I've had, and they took care of me. They kind of fought it a little bit when it comes to like getting me a rental, but eventually they put me in a rental and did everything that I
Yeah,
would have
that
wanted
seems
them
to
to
be
do.
that's a pretty common issue with the Kia dealerships. Like just a lack of rental. Like I have an Audi, and there's not even an argument. It's just like, yeah, this is
It's
when
like,
there's
of
a
course, there's
car
going to be a rental.
available.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I
So,
don't, I have to say personally, so the techs at my Kia dealership are pretty good. Like they've done all the TSBs and everything that I've requested and all that stuff. But man, they are not, their customer service is horrible. Like horrible, horrible. My car be done, and I can tell because like it has the camera, so I can go in the app and look at the camera all around the car, and I tell them like, "Hey, I need the car. Let me know like as soon as it's done." And I'm like, "Man, it should have been done by now." And I'll check it, and I'm like, "This thing is sitting in the parking lot. Like, what in the world?" So then I'll call them,
yeah,
and then it takes me an hour to get through to talk to somebody, and they're like, "Yeah, it's done." I'm like, "Well, thanks for letting me know." And that's like repeatedly happened. So I'm like, "This is so annoying."
the occasional drive-by. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see what
What
people
did
are
they give
talking
you
about.
as a rental?
As a rental, they gave me, so they had me go through
Perks or
Enterprise.
something? Enterprise.
Yeah, it was Enterprise, and it was a Jeep Compass, like a base Jeep Compass. And I was like, "You're taking me from an EV6, which is like a higher end, like techie EV, and putting me in a Jeep Compass." Well, this isn't quite comparable, but yeah.
I have a question in here from Colored and Light. I believe I know him. And he wants to know if they make a Kia EV Soul, and they do. And from what I understand, the only way to get one is in that fire red or color, or isn't that right? I think the red one is the one to get because it comes with the I have no idea. I'm just making things up, but they do have the EV Soul. That's and I
Hey,
guess it's
do
gotten
they
actually
still
really
have?
good reviews.
Do they still have the Soul? I know. So I had a Nero EV before I had my EV6, and I remember thinking like the EV Soul would be pretty cool to get, and I remember like thinking about that, but that was a couple years ago. But I didn't know that they still did the EV Soul. I don't know if
I don't know if they sell it here. I'm pretty sure I saw an article recently that said it's one of the top selling cars in Korea, but I could be
yeah,
completely off.
it
Um,
might be. I think I've seen it in other regions. I don't think I've ever seen one in the U.S. But I do think it'd be pretty cool because I like the Soul honestly. Like they got a lot. They're boxy. They got a lot of interior space, and I know the Soul EV had the same powertrain as the Nero EV, which that was. I mean, it was front wheel drive, but it was torquey and it was a decently quick car.
so there's your answer, Colored in Light, Mr. Colored in Light. Or you could just get the GT line that has a limited edition black roof. This is kind of an inside joke with me and Mr. Colored in Light, but
Oh yeah.
uh, okay. So he also says, in all seriousness, did you guys check out Cars and Drivers EV article recently? EV6 GT was rated very highly. I did not see that article.
Was that
Have you seen it?
um Colored in Light? Was that the one where they did their like top um EV like drivers cars and they had it like under $100,000 and over $100,000? If it is, because I've read a few different articles on it. If it is, I did read that one, and I don't remember if it was them, but if it was, they rated the EV6 GT as the best one under 100,000 that you could get. I like
I
the
mean,
EV6 GT. I just personally wish it had power seats. That's my biggest one. Yeah,
yeah,
that's
that's
right.
my wife was like, "Wait, so you want to get a bigger payment and then lose vented seats?" I was like, "Really? Like vented seats? Is that what you're worried about?"
Yeah. I mean, I'm not too worried about the
But I
ventilated
mean,
seats, but my wife and I switch vehicles fairly regularly, and it's really nice to be able to just push one
oh
and have it
yeah, I didn't
automatically
even
go
think
back to
about
my
that.
settings. But
You're
with
right.
the GT, you don't have that. So you got to get in and like move the seat manually and get it back to where you need to be. And I'm a foot taller than my wife. So
So you're doing it every time. You're right, man. I didn't even actually put that together. My wife and I are the exact same height, although
yeah.
proportionally we're pretty different. She has long legs, I have short legs, but so we do constantly move it around and it bases it off our key. But I
Right.
didn't put that together because I was like, it'll be fine. They're Recaros, they'll be cool.
Yeah. I mean, Ricardo would be nice, but I
Car,
feel like
car,
I would get
car.
really annoyed that I have to change the seat every single time.
I mean, I
Uh,
have power Recaros in my 2005 Audi,
yeah.
so I knew Kia could do it.
Yeah. I mean, I had a Focus ST with power Recaros. I had a Mustang GT with power Recaros. It absolutely can be done. I don't know why they
For those
didn't.
of you that don't know, Colored and Light he's actually in one of my videos. He had never driven an EV before, and he test drove my EV6. So he made a comment in here that he loved driving he actually walked away pretty impressed. I mean, the torque is addicting. I have the
Yeah.
all-wheel drive, so of course it's got the decent amount of power. So yes, I agree. I still actually thoroughly enjoy driving that car. I drove it here, and there's something about doing over the speed limit slightly, um, with very instant torque. So.
Yeah. Yep, I agree. All right, let me see here. Let me look at my comments, see if people have any questions or anything they want to talk through. EV9, EV6 and Ionic sales records despite all the propaganda that EVs aren't selling. So I honestly haven't really been tracking the sales of the EV6 and the Ionic 5 lately. If they are setting records, that's great. I'm glad to hear that, but I personally am not aware of that. I know that Kia has been putting out and Hyundai have been doing like crazy incentives. I've seen people who've been posting that they've been getting cars at like 3 grand under MSRP plus like the $7,500 rebate and really low payments, and it makes me really jealous that I didn't get that on my car. But I know that deals are really good out there right now. So
I honestly, it's kind of depressing sometimes to go back and like Autoblog, Jalopnik, all those. So I know what I don't know who the user was, but I know what they're talking about because no matter when I log in on my Facebook feed anywhere, all it is companies pulling back on their EV forecast, and I get it. Like companies are because even last year I was like, are we really just deep diving into this? Like all these companies are like, no more gas cars by 25. I was like, let's
yeah,
slow down a little bit. Like I'm all about EVs, but let's chill for a sec.
right.
Um, so like it's doom and gloom now, and every article I see is GM's pulling back and they're firing people, or everybody's cutting forecasts, and that may be true, but we also can't forget like there's still a crap load of EVs being sold. I think people were
Hmm.
just a little overzealous. So I agree. Like I think the market's definitely slowed down quite a bit, and I think the bill that passed that got rid of all the credits really hurt.
Yeah.
A lot of. I mean, I know that was a big factor for me. Like, I'm
Oh,
such a big
100%.
EV6 fan. People were probably like, "Oh, you would have bought it anyway." I was like, "I don't know, man. That 7,500 was nice."
Yeah. I mean, honestly, like, so I've had people reach out to me and ask my opinion on the EV6 versus like the Model Y. And I've told people flat out like I like the EV6, but if I was in like the way it was, like Kia's doing the rebates and stuff now, but at the time they weren't. And I was like, when I got my car, I got a $7,500 tax credit. The Model Y was more expensive and didn't get a tax credit. Now it's reversed. The Model Y is a decent amount cheaper and it gets the tax credit. Like I feel like if I was going to be buying one now, there's honestly it'd be hard for me to justify it monetarily getting an EV6 over a Model Y.
I
But
think that would be the only reason to buy a Model Y, unless you really need the infrastructure. But that's changing slowly.
yeah,
But
I'm
man,
not.
I yawn when I see a Model Y. I think it's like Model Yawn. I know that's cheesy, but
They are
I
so
can't do it.
I think the EV6 looks a million times better. The Model
Yeah,
Y, the
100%.
Model 3, they're like very plain vehicles. They got some cool like tech stuff, but they're very plain to me. And everybody has them too. Like one thing I love about my EV6 is even a year and a half in, like I saw one today, and that's the first one I've seen in a long time that isn't mine. And like the
Yeah.
person like made a U-turn like near me, like came out really fast and made a U-turn near me and went back the other way. And I like honked at them. I was like, hey, I don't know if you know who I am, but hey. But like it's cool when I see another one, but like Model Ys and Model 3s, like I see them multiple times a day. And
It's like one of four colors. Yeah.
right, exactly. All of them are white.
I
Yep.
wonder why. Yeah. And then
It's
then Colored and Light also said the Ionic. So I personally I've done a video on the Ionic. I love the Ionic 5. Initially that's what I wanted, but I chose the EV6 at the time because Kia was the dealership I bought it from wasn't doing a markup, and I couldn't find an Ionic 5 without a markup. To me, the inside of the Ionic 5 was a deterrent. Like I actually don't really like the inside. It seems
yeah.
more cartoony, kind of goofy, cheapy. But the hatchback look on the outside is it's my favorite. And the Ioniq 5N is like it's like they designed it
It's pretty
for
cool.
me, so I'm super excited about that one. So
What are you
that
gonna
one
get?
I could justify the 70K something
Yeah,
for. So
is that what
yeah.
you're planning on wanting to get next?
Yeah, it depends. I mean, that would be the next move for us if we were gonna make one, but um
Yeah,
what's the Honda Urban EV? Do you know about this, Jeff?
you guys see with the Honda Urban EV. Oh, is that the really cheap thing? Um, I think I saw something that.
Are you talking about the little suitcase bike thing?
No, I don't think it's. I don't think it's that. I did see a
Okay.
suitcase bike thing here recently, but
Yeah, it
I
was
don't.
from Honda, so that's
Oh, maybe it is. I don't know.
we'll wait to see what he says, but
The little
the little
VRX CR.
CRX.
Yeah,
I don't think I've seen it.
I don't think I have either.
So,
I don't know.
I'm all for it. Bring on. Like, I think part of the other problem with EVs is I know everybody's like doom and gloom, but where's the mass-produced like sedans? Where's the hatchbacks? Where's the small sedans that not everybody's wanting a crossover, and those aren't coming out. They're coming out very slow, like
Yeah,
the EVs. So,
I think the problem is so like manufacturers in general have switched to mainly crossovers and SUVs and stuff because they tend to be
so many.
more popular. Like the Toyota RAV4 was the top selling vehicle that's not a pickup truck. Um, in the U.S., they took that from the Camry a while back. It used to be the Toyota Camry, but sedans don't sell as well as crossovers and SUVs anymore. So I think that's why a lot of the EV manufacturers went straight there because they want to target the biggest market, I guess. Let me see some comments here. Both of your guys' videos is part of the reason I decided on the EV6, so that's good. Glad we could help you out. Good choice. And I do love my EV6. I know I was saying like it'd be hard to justify a Model Y over EV6. I'm very happy with my EV6. It is so much
I'm
fun to
gonna
drive.
quote you on that.
Do what?
I want to make a poster that says, "I would rather drive a Model Y," and I'm gonna I'm gonna piece together the quote, and then I'm gonna quote you on it. So
No, 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 no. No, I like my EV6 a lot. I like that it can power my house, which is good. I like it's a blast to drive. It's got lots of space. It's unique. Like I'm very happy with it. So I hope nobody like is interpreting this as I don't like my car. I definitely do. I even posted something on Facebook and on YouTube the other day saying how I've had it for a year and a half and like
yeah.
I change cars often and I'm not changing my car. So I think that should tell people something. Let's see. I love my FitCam. Good. I know a lot of people are very happy with the FitCam dash cam, and I definitely am. We should only pick people that are here right now. I don't know if that's really fair.
Gotta be present to win. Yeah.
Yeah, I think maybe in a future one we'll do that. But I don't think we'll do that right now. Glovebox Gaming, how's it going, man? Kia isn't Audi. If you want concierge, buy a GV60. Yeah, definitely Kia is not Audi.
No, I get that. I get that. But when I'm spending 60K on a car, I'm
Yeah.
expecting at least even a crappy rental, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I get it. And that's the biggest criticism. People aren't ready to switch to Kia because of dealership experience. And I will be the first to say I never really cared about dealership experience. I was like, just give me the car, I'll figure the rest out. But because I can't really do my own things on this car, like it's
Yeah.
kind of like you depend on
That
EV.
changes things. Yeah. This isn't a car that you can just like tinker with and
Yeah.
figure things out. Like it's not the same. Matthew said that they were selling the Soul EV in Canada, but not in the US, and now they're stopping it in 2023. So I guess that
Hmm.
answers that. If you could
Thanks,
only make
Matthew.
if you could only make one mod to an EV6, what would it be?
Ooh,
Hmm.
Jeff, I'm gonna let you answer that one first because I know my answer.
Yeah.
Actually, I
Um,
don't. Damn, that's a hard one.
I mean, aesthetically, I would say wheels. To me, that's I think the biggest like game changer for mine. Is wheels. I don't know if I would consider the TBox Plus a mod. That'd be really big too. Being able to like watch
Is that the
videos.
one that lets you stream? Yeah,
Yeah, like that's
man, I
pretty.
gotta get that. I watched your video on that the other day, and I was like, man, I really need that.
It is so convenient. What about you? What's your?
Um, well, the first thing I did when I got the car was I blacked. I think none of you haven't blacked your chrome out yet,
Mhm.
but I think it works on your car because I think it works on the darker colors. What it doesn't work on is Glacier because Glacier is such a soft color, and the silver just clashed with it. It doesn't work on a couple other colors, in my opinion. Blacking the chrome out, and then wheels was going to be my next one because I think just a slightly better offset would slightly just even offset. Like I mean, spacers alone would probably get the job done. So,
Yeah,
uh, but yeah, I think wheels is probably
wheels is a
my
big one.
favorite. Yeah, I love my MSN splitter kit. MNS, not MSN. MNS splitter kit.
MSN.
Um, but you really have to have it. You can't put it on like stock wheels. It would look really, really
It would
awkward if
look
you
weird.
put.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Northern
Um,
Lights said, "Let a tuning company take your car to SEMA and outfit it with their entire catalog," which is true.
there you go.
I think he knows too much about me.
Yeah.
But
Hey, I mean, if you get a free body kit from it, like, who's gonna say no to
I was
that?
given the opportunity,
Yeah.
and I took the opportunity. So
Yeah. Do you think
swing
Kia will
and a lot.
overhaul their software and bring a keyless feature to the EV6? I do not. I don't think the EV6 has phone as a key technology like other Kia and Hyundai vehicles do. So I don't think that's honestly, I don't even think that's possible.
I think if
I'm,
there's a facelift, they'll probably add it,
yep, I agree.
but I don't think it's backwards compatible. So
I'm going to try and hit on a few things here because I think we're running out of time on the Zoom call. Do either of you guys think Kia? Oh, I already read that. Power seats are essential. Yes, I agree. That's good. Wes, what do you mean keyless? I think he was talking about the phone as a key thing. Digital key. Yeah. Okay. Sorry, I'm going down the list here. But kind of like my EV6 using the app. Never use my key fob. It's in my pocket. Yeah, I don't really use my key fob too much. I just walk up, push a button, and it opens. Um,
should be
hated the
that
model.
public service announcement. If you have a GT or a Wind, press it. I feel like there's still people that don't know that you can press it and it unlocks and locks like the
Really?
little.
Oh, I need to do
I'm
that.
telling you, man. Every time I post something about it, people are like, "What?"
Oh, that's funny. Let's see. Hated the Model Y. Yeah, I know a lot of people hate the Model Y. An ACS port, that'll be nice when that comes. 20 new
I
factories.
got
Yeah,
a
a lot of,
question about, huh? I got a
oh,
question
no.
about winter tires. So I live in Texas, but I did live in Colorado, and one of the best all-around tires that I had was the Redstein Quatrac Pro 5, and
Oh, yeah.
Redstein is VE. I had those on two of my cars, and it was such a good tire all around. I think it was up there with the GWS plus or whatever.
Hmm.
Continental. So if you're looking for an all season, then yeah, that's the way. But you're in Canada, so you probably want dedicated winter tires.
Yeah.
I mean, the answer in the US is usually the Bridgestone Blizzaks, which are super popular. So
Yep.
Blizzaks is always a good one. I had Blizzaks on my Miata, so I loved them.
The one that he mentioned, the Nokian's however you pronounce that, the R5 EV tires. I have heard good things about those tires. So if that's one that you're considering, I have heard that those are good.
I haven't even researched EV winter tires specifically, so that's a good point.
Yeah.
I live in
Uh,
Texas.
yeah. Phil says EV6 is better in most every way, but a Model 3 is a great second car. Yeah, I can see that, especially with the way prices are now for Model 3s. Like, you got a standard range one now with a tax credit, like it's not expensive at all. Um,
Other than light, my car is 5 by 114.3. Yes, that is the hub pattern, the lug pattern.
67.1 millimeter hub bore. Honda thing is just a concept. Ah, okay. Wheels, the stock wheels are heavy. Yeah, I agree, Phil. All right, I
They're
think that's
aerodynamic.
yeah. I think that is through all of the comments and on the Zoom thing here. We have 4 minutes, so let's go ahead and get to the let's get to the giveaway. So I'm gonna pull up. We had over 300 people enter the contest, and we are going to do the drawing for the um, charging adapter first, then the mud guards, and then the EV charger. So I'm going to go ahead and pull up my software here. You guys can't see this because this would show you email addresses, which obviously isn't secure. So I won't let you guys see other people's email addresses, but we will go ahead and pick the winners. And here we go. Good luck, everybody. All right. So the winner of the EV charging adapter is Stephen Nagler. Congratulations. I'm going to send you an email for all of you guys that win. I'm going to send you an email. Um, I just need you to confirm you are who you say you are, and give me your phone number and address so we can get the stuff shipped to you. So, Stephen, congratulations. And now for the EV6 mud guards.
Hopefully you have
And
a wind or a first edition or a
yes,
what is that new special edition, the SUV of the year edition.
yes, that's important. And this person, the person that won is Karsten Isaac Nielsen. Karsten. So congratulations, you have won the mud guards. And then now on to the EV charger.
Oh, the
This
big
is the
one.
portable EV charger, yep. And this is Venk Dakshin. So he actually has a YouTube channel. And congratulations. You get to have a new portable EV charger. So I expect to see a YouTube video reviewing it.
When he does
But
a giveaway, then we just keep passing it on. Yeah.
yeah, we'll just keep passing it on to people. But congratulations. Thank you, everybody who participated in the contest and the giveaway. Like I said, we love being able to do videos for you guys and be able to give back to you guys. And I don't know if there's anything else you want to hit on here before we
No,
close
and
it.
thank you for putting this together. Jeff is he's done a lot for the community and he's also done a lot for the EV6 in general. So he helped me kind of go through all this and taught me how to use a computer today. So it was very nice.
Yeah, but definitely thank you guys for joining us this evening. Stay tuned. I don't know about Ahmad, but I got a lot of videos coming. Some of you guys know I just lowered my car, and Ahmad knows. I just lowered my car, got some new springs. So I'll be doing a video on that. I got more EV charger videos coming and lots of videos on the way. So stay tuned. But let's see, anything else in the comments that we need to hit on here?
Oh no, he just mentioned the tire he used to have. I don't know where that comment went. He had the Michelin X Ice, and those are really good tires, but they did get loud. I had those at one point.
Yeah.
So yeah, EV winter tires is not something I know much about, but I'd be interested to see what they're doing different. So
All right. All right, guys. Well, time's about to kick off here. So thank you guys so much for joining us, and we will see you guys in the next video. Have a good evening.
everybody.